All right, so what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. The link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is She's Gotta Have It, Episode 6, review. Okay. So, Episode 6 is the culmination of the art show that her girlfriend started, right? And to me, it was a lot layered. That's why I have to do these episode by episode. You know, and plus I don't have time to like binge watch anyway, so I'm glad when I get time to watch the stuff. I'm watching one or maybe two. Like, that's the most I've watched. But this thing starts off with, you know, Nola asking Mars to help her to take her artwork to the gallery. Now, she has these men in her life, and guess what? When it comes to, they support her in certain ways, but when it comes to her doing something positive, she kind of brushes them all off and shuns them aside, which in some ways makes sense. In some ways, the way she does it, it came off wrong because she wasn't keeping it a buck. Because it looked to me like this was an episode that showed all of her girlfriends what happens when you try to sleep your way to the top in one way or another. And what I mean by that is this. When it came to Nola, Jamie is the money guy. Greer is the connected guy. Mars is like the errand boy. So she's screwing all three of them. So if she needs something really financially, she's going to get it from Jamie. If she needs something as far as maybe connection-wise or on the cusp of getting into business, because the Greer cat's like a hot, famous photographer, and she's an artist, it can be used as a connection. Mars is the guy that will get all of the things done that Jamie and Greer can't do because they're busy. So she got a team, but she's screwing her way to the top with her team. The girlfriend, forget the light-skinned chick's name right now. I say she's screwing her way to the top because the guy that is part of her art program is an old white guy who she's screwing. And I keep calling the girl Jamaica, Shanika, whatever. She's using her body as an asset to get to the top. That's why she's getting the butt. That's why she got the butt injections to make more money and get the attention of the audience and blah, 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 right? So, first and foremost, here's the communication problem. First with the girlfriends. Because now they both, the girl I call Jamaica, Shanika, whatever, and Nola both have a show on the same day, same time. So, because they are either ignoring each other or not talking or communicating properly, they both can't be for each other's shows, but they both taking shots at each other. Well, Shanika's taking shots because she's like, I can't screw 3 different men to take care of me. I got to go out here and get it on my own, So she lied about her being at the doctor's office with her butt. She didn't tell her she was doing these back alley ass injections, right? So then you got the thing with Mars. So Mars gets his feelings hurt because Mars realizes he's fun company, but he's the errand boy. And he's trying to run errands to show his love for Nola, and he's starting to realize he really don't Um, he really doesn't fit in like that. He's not her number one choice really. And then you got to get to the relationship with her ex roommate / best friend that used to be Mars's old lady. And it says something when you don't really. That says something when you have a woman of quote unquote her echelon on one end taking shots at a guy who's you still living with your sister, with your shrine of Michael Jordan in the house, in the cycle company. You're still living that hood life, huh? But he was boning you though. And then you, on the flip side, boning the old white guy that got bread. Like, you bipolar with you real bipolar with your relationship choices. You could say you don't. It's not who you fall for, or whatever. But that's just too extreme, just in my opinion. But she had to check Nola because Nola's over there. You told me it was okay to fuck your ex. She's like, yeah, I don't care, but damn, ain't there a girl code? Which, that's the thing about Nola. Nola has no code. Nola has no code of conduct, no code of ethics, no morals, no standards, nothing. She's just going to do whatever the hell she want to do. And damn the fallout. And people just got to accept her for being a selfish little nutcase. Now, at the art gallery, you could tell this was the culmination of everything coming together and falling apart at the same time to me. Well, she was uncomfortable. She was nervous, but she was uncomfortable because guess what? The guys who cared about her so much found a way there. So it got in the way of her mingling and making money because for one, she didn't know how to operate in that environment. And for two, she couldn't keep her mouth shut. Which makes it worse because the scene when a guy was interested in her work and she sees, I think, Greer after Jamie, and she's like, what the fuck? While she's talking to the guy that's a possible buyer. So the guy's like, well, I guess you're bored with my talk. I guess I gotta leave. And that scatterbrainness fucks up your money. And she's like, oh, maybe if the guys wouldn't have been there, she wouldn't have been like that. You're not supposed to let that get in the way of you. If it's your dream and your art, you're supposed to handle your business. Get around to that when you get around to that. Now, and even Opal was there. Now, it's funny because she invited Opal and her daughter, but didn't invite the three guys. Trifling. Now, Shanika gets on stage, or Jamaica gets on stage, and she gets all the attention she wants, bouncing on her, because she bouncing my ass once. And I ain't gonna lie, I like Fat Joe's acting in this. He cracks me the fuck up. I gotta give kudos to Fat Joe for his acting in this. It's hilarious. I would have never seen Fat Joe in that light. Like just talking like that, operate like that. He's straight gangster in my ear, but he's come on, baby. Like he cracks me up. So, but it ends with the blow up in a flat tire, right? Spoiler alert. So I'm about to spoil this one. So the girl falls on her butt and her ass explodes. All of the silicone and tire flat shit just fly out of it. And everybody went from partying to having ass injections all over their face. Like it was crazy. And the girl winds up in the hospital at the end. And her mother's like, what's going on with my baby? Does anybody know anything? And Nola, once again, can't keep it a buck. And say, yeah, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. But she can't keep it a buck. Now, I think the most important part of the episode was her interaction with the other artists. And because she realized she's an artist, but these other people were kind of snobs. And she didn't fit in. Until her parents came in there. It just started. Her dad came in there going ham, and they was like, "That's your parents, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah." They're like, he's hilarious," And that was kind of their connection because it was competition, and she was the new kid on the block, and she couldn't adjust to that at first. So her feeling out of place and just she was standing by art. She wasn't mingling. She was just a fish out of water. So maybe, you know, it's her first time. It's understandable. Things happen. And then you got the white guy with the gold teeth, who's an artist, who I guess he came up, but he's just out of place. Like, he's all fake pro-black / pseudo kind of homosexual tendencies with the black girlfriend who got the natural and who's trying to sell stuff with the kid the biracial kid that they both ignoring and not treating properly. And they just caught in their own little thing. The contradictions was just ridiculous, you know. And Spike had to crack up because when they had the scene with him in the bathroom with Mars, you know, black men in general, and Mars is Puerto Rican, that's considered black depending on who you talking to. So brothers don't, when we use urinals, we don't like non-black men around us because it could be 10 urinals and they gonna walk right next to us to get a dick look. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened in the video, in the show. But this one had the little boundaries to stop it. But this motherfucker still got it. You know, like, the fuck is wrong with you? So he's feeling himself. He gives Mars an autograph, and Mars finds out, says, yo, this is the dude that's been tagging your work. It's him. So he tells Nolan, he's like, you got to check this guy. But Nolan about to check him in the damn gallery when it's time to sell some work. He's like, not right now, but you got to get at him. Like, so she's like, why you shouldn't have told me to go check him. I was like, I meant check him later, not right now. You got to handle business first. So, you know, Nola's a little emotional, but the problem, the other big thing that got me with that scenario was the way she treated the guys, because now these guys know, even though they got love for it, they're all unimportant to her in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because they have no problem bringing her to see what they've accomplished, but she has a problem with them seeing what she's accomplished. And it would be different if she wasn't bisexual, because she invited the girlfriend and the daughter. So in some ways you could say she'd rather be a lesbian than actually be straight, because, you know, she's comfortable with the woman seeing her doing her thing, but she's not comfortable with the men, which I guess I don't get it, but everybody was actually supportive of her, so I don't get it. So that episode was crazy to me because at the end of the day, she's getting everything she wants, but she can't get out of her own way. And that's unfortunate. And all the things that she's been doing are catching up with her at the most opportune time to fuck things up. And she can't really fight it because I don't think she's equipped to handle adversity. So that's just my opinion on that episode 6. I'm going to check out 7 maybe later on the day. I got some things to do. Peace.